He's a photographer, poet, intuitive reader, semi-retired. You know, he doesn't really own his abilities, but right now he's been volunteering for me for a couple of months and he's having the best time ever and he is using his abilities. So he's a really great reader and a channel. So go hang out with him in room number 1 for some readings. Right now we have Lynn Singer. She's going to be, is the voice. She's known as the voice. Is your voice telling on you is her topic today. She is a voice coach, creativity, transformational coach, and author, intuitive channel, poetry lover, quantum physics, obsessor force of nature. She is also recognized as a master teacher, voice acting and dictation, does voice acting and dictation for over 30 years. She trains emerging artists, award-winning professionals, actors, celebrities, corporate executives, Tony, Golden Globe, Pulitzer, as well as Fulbright scholars. She's taught renowned academic institutions and New York acting studios such as Yale, NYU, as well as Terry Schreiber Studio. She has given workshops in the United States, Europe, Middle Eastern, and was a prominent voiceover actor for 20 years. Oh my goodness. How long is for her own work and development and the coaching her clients, she incorporates over 25 years and work in holistic studies incorporating bioenergetics, body dynamics, yoga, Feldenkrais, as well as body, mind, spirit techniques. In her latest work, she has authored The Brilliance to Break Through, an animated interactive voice inspired online experience, and it invites readers to use poetry, original artwork, vocal and physical explorations, to use their own imagination, creativity, impulses to unblock their mind and spirit. Clients have said it was the first person to illuminate for me the idea of training the voice to be powerful and versatile instrument of character, and that came from Edward Norton, the actor. So welcome, Lynn, to the stage, and you can find her at breakingintobrilliance.com. And Lynn Singer, it seems to be her go-to of everything, correct?
Thank you so much. I don't have to do much. You just pretty much put it all. The only thing I never said to you, and I'll say now, is that I also did 25 years of voiceovers, and 45 million people have heard my voice on national commercials. No one saw my face, but they did hear the voice.
Mm.
So I would like to ask you all this question. Who would you be if you had power and the beauty and the clarity of your voice? People have changed the world with the power and the beauty and the clarity of their voice. Dr. King, certainly. Winston Churchill turned Parliament around with the power of his voice, his dynamic energy, his ability to write. All of those were used. But we all have this, and we don't recognize that the voice that we have in our body actually goes out to the ends of the world. The voice is not stuck here. There's a new science called bioacoustics, and it talks about how the voice gives the information to every cell in our body. It's not the other way around. If the body is strong, the voice is strong. It's the voice that gives you the strength. So where are you with your voice? You could change the world with your voice. You certainly could change your world with your voice. Who would you be? Do you have trouble being heard at conferences? Are you afraid of speaking up? What is your issue? What's going on in situations? A lot of women I know still are working out a very high kind of squeaky, non-hearable in a way. It doesn't allow us to be calm in ourselves. And that's what I'm after. I'm actually a voice healer. I can hear in your voice what usually 3 or 4 adjectives that tell me who you are. Are you breathing? Is your breath supporting your voice? Are you too fast? Are you too slow? Do you move off at the end of the line? I'm always asking people what they really said because I haven't gotten the last 3 words of what they've said. So what can you do? What would you do to change your voice? What would be the first thing you would do? Are you nasal? Are you holding in your throat? Are you holding in your diaphragm? The cords are actually connected directly into the diaphragm. If the voice is tight, the diaphragm is tight. So we're going to do some work tonight on actual breathing. But I want to keep reminding you and keep talking to you at the moment about what you can affect if in fact you owned your gorgeous voice, because I really do believe everyone has a gorgeous voice. There's enough power in our body to light New York City for a week. That's crazy when I first heard that. So if you were to use that kind of power for your voice, and I'm not talking about you screaming, I'm talking about owning the power that's in you. And we are in a time of sound, you know, sound is the last frontier. And so here we are with sound, with how big the voice can possibly be, and what we can actually use it for. And when do you actually hear your authentic voice? Do you ever hear your authentic voice? Is it with children? Is it with your lover? Is it with your best friend? When do you think you are in your authentic voice, if at all? And why are you frightened of being in your authentic voice? Or are you not even aware that you're not in your authentic voice? So, okay, enough questions. I want you to sit back. Just sit back. And I want you to bring in some breath to your body. The first thing I always do with people is work on their breathing. And so how many of you are feeling that your breath doesn't really support you? Your breath is not really here for you. So just sit back in your chair. And the first thing we're going to do is going to bring some light through, okay? To help you breathe more deeply. So close your eyes and see above you, 300 feet above you, is where the light is when you pray. So I want you to go to that 300 feet above you, and I want you to bring the light down into you. Bring it into you. What do you feel? Bring it down into your hair. Bring it into your skull, your brain, all through your face, your throat. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe it into your eyes and your ears and your mouth. You're going to breathe up the power. Breathe the light through your body and let it breathe up your power. That's the first thing that people talk to me about. They feel that they're powerless because of their voice. So let this come down, the light come down through your shoulders, down through your arms, through your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, and up your spine, up and down your spine, through your organs, Let the light really relax you, totally and completely relax you. Okay. Excuse. Let it come down through your pelvis. All the way through your knees, your thighs and your knees down to your lower calves, back and front, into your feet. Your arms. Did I forget your arms? Breathe it down through your arms. Now just let that white light relax, relax, relax. And see if your breath has changed. See if your breath has changed. Breathing. And now I want you to breathe on the count of 4. We're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe in on 4 counts. We're going to hold on 2 and breathe out on 4. And we're going to do this 4 times. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold it. And out, 2, 3, 4. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold it. And breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And one more time, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold it, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and just sit and see what's different. Is anything different? Is anything different? Really allow that breath. You can make some sound as you breathe out. Just sit with this. Your voice can really change the world. It can change your world, certainly. And you just do not know where that will go. Your voice is one of your power portals in your body. Recognize that. Honor it. Now I want you to make an attempt. This is hard to do. It's a little bit hard because I'm asking you to do 2 things at once. But keep that breathing moving. And now I want you to work on your face with your hands, with your knuckles. So keep breathing and work on where you are tight in your face. This makes a huge difference because the body can be free, but if the jaw is tight and the tongue is tight, the emotion is not going to get through. And that's what we want. We want people to feel our voice, not to just hear it, but to feel it. How many of you really don't like listening to your playback? Well, part of the reason you don't like it is because you hear it through the airwaves, but you're also hearing your own voice go around your chin. You're also hearing your own voice through your inner ear. And that means you're hearing your truth. And that's what I'm after, that your voice is your truth. What is it like when you talk to your lover or your child or your animal? How is your voice different? Go under your chin, keep breathing. How is your voice different? Do you feel that difference? Do you feel a kind of lushness and an openness and a vulnerability? People are afraid of their vulnerability, but if you've got power behind it, it can only work for you. Right here, right down your neck. Okay, now sit back and just feel that. And stretch your face a little bit. Stretch your mouth and put your tongue out. Ah. Now let your tongue just hang out. This is not pretty. Your mother would tell you not to do this. Just let the tongue hang out. Why is that? Because the back of the tongue has so much information. The back of the tongue is connected into the vocal cords. And if the back of the tongue is tight, the vocal cords are tight. If the vocal cords are tight, your diaphragm is tight. Your whole breathing apparatus can depend on a free tongue. Let it drop out. All the way out. Your tongue is responsible for your words, for your vowels and your consonants. The tongue is tight, that beauty cannot come through. So what we're after is that beauty, clarity, and power. When you are moved by someone's voice, why are you moved? You can be moving their voice also. Do you? Do people ever say to you, I love your voice. I loved what you said, but I really love your voice. Where did you get that voice? Mandy Patinkin, when I said hello to him, he's an actor, maybe you know, he's starring in something on television. He said to me, where did you get that voice? And I said, the same place you got yours. And we all can have that. We all can have a beautiful voice. Unless you have some kind of true restriction, your voice is like a thumbprint. Keep that tongue out. I want it to burn a little. Rico, let that tongue out. I want it to burn a little. If it burns in the back, it's telling you that it's releasing. The burn is a good thing. Okay? And pull it back in now and just see what's different. See if the breath is different. See if you can feel down the center of your body. Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe. Okay, now I want to do another exercise with you, and then we're going to do a visualization. So I'm going to stand up, and I would like you to stand up. And I'm going to redo this, okay? So I just really would like you to stretch a little. This is again about breathing. I just would like you to stretch your arms out, stretch your arms up, just do some very easy movements. And while you're doing them, I'd like you to think about your breath. And while you're doing them, I'd like you to kind of rub your belly upside down, up and down, upside down. Just get your diaphragm moving, even just a little bit. I know that you move, I know that you exercise, but do you use your voice when you exercise? Put your hands on your knees and just move your body a little bit. Move it. Oh, make a nice oh sound. Oh, ooh. Let yourself go. Ah. Move your shoulders, move your shoulders, move your shoulders all the way back so you can feel the wings. Now, on my website, LS Voice Works, there are 17 free exercises that you can do. This was just a tiny bit of I'm what I'm after. Because when you really let go, when you truly let your body be connected to you, your voice will take on a whole other contingency. And I want to hear about that. I would love to hear about that. All right, now, I would like you, if you are still standing, oh, yes, if you are still standing, I would like you to drop your body all the way down to your toes with your head. Your head, everything's going all the way down. And I would like you to press your feet deep into the ground. Now, this is a powerful release from bioenergetics. Bioenergetics is a therapy based in the body, and it's about releasing the tension in the body. Feldenkrais is another for releasing tension. The tension in the voice is what kills it. I'm going to take some water. Do you feel, or do people point out to you sometimes, or have you heard on the playback that you're nasal, that you're speaking a little bit up in your nose? That is tension. And that is also about habit from a very young child, when you were a very young child. And usually it's about pulling back from being heard or being holding in your throat. I've worked with a lot of people, they have tremendous amount of tension, and there's usually a tremendous amount of feeling back there. Just think about it. Think about it. And think about it as we're going to go right now into a visualization. I have 7 minutes, it seems, to do one. Okay? Okay. So sit back, close your eyes, and let's go on a journey. Rico, Sherry, Gary, who else is here? Wendy, Vicky, Jerry. Okay, let's go on a journey. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Sit back and breathing. I want you to see yourself at your favorite beach. It's beautiful, it's sunny, there's no clouds in the sky, the water is blue, the sky is blue, it's white sand or black sand. And you come along the water's edge and you take off your shoes and your socks and you begin to walk and walk and walk. And as you are walking, you begin to take off your clothes as well. And the day is gorgeous and it's giving you a tremendous sense of peace and ease, that beach energy, that water energy. You can feel when the water meets the land is the most powerful place of spirit. And you go walking through a grove of Cleopatra palm trees. And as you walk through this grove, you find yourself at the beginning of a rainforest. It's magnificent. The sounds are extraordinary. The smells are extraordinary. The green, all of the different energies of the greens, of the trees, of the bushes, of the leaves, of you can see the flowers, and you can hear the parrots and the parakeets, and it's a magnificent sound. It's a magnificent moment on the earth. And on the left, oh, a lion just came in. Lion just came in to walk with you. And on the left is a waterfall that sprinkles you and cleanses you as you start to walk into the rainforest, deeper and deeper into the rainforest. It's so magnificent. You feel the energy of the forest. There's little skinks and little creatures around your feet as you walk in deeply. And way in the distance, you can see a house and a clearing. And on that clearing, as you come up to it, the house is your house. It could be a pagoda. It could be a New England stone house by the water. It could be a Santorini cave dwelling. It could be a hut in Africa. It could be an igloo in Alaska. Whatever calls to you is your dwelling. And on the front, there is a creature. And this creature, again, it's animal or fish or bird, but it's your creature. It's a creature that represents you, who you are. And you're allowed to ask it, what is keeping me from my true voice? And you hear something, fear, you hear constriction. What might you hear? You might get this telepathically, or they might touch a part of your body, or they might speak to you directly. What part of my body do I need to address the most? Do they touch your throat? Do they touch your belly? Do they touch your mind, your brain? What part of your body is keeping you from the most beautiful, powerful voice of great clarity, use of language, a world-class speaker? What is keeping you from that? They tell you, again, telepathically, possibly. And they also ask, is there anything you need to remember about your voice from your childhood that you've completely forgotten about that would help you reactivate the power and the beauty and the clarity of your voice and your diction and your language? You thank your creature, knowing you can come back at any time, and you begin to walk out of the rainforest, away from this house that you can also come back to at any time. You pick up something on the path that reminds you. It could be anything, something that doesn't even belong there. You keep walking and walking and walking until you get to the edge of the forest, and you're still hearing the sounds and smelling the sights. It's a little bit more reduced. It's a little bit softer. It's late in the day. It's getting cooler. And as you walk into the grove of the Cleopatra palm trees, you notice there's an incredible rainbow out. And there's also on the beach a note for you, which you take and you open. Very special note for you and your voice. And you keep it with you as you get dressed and you put on your shoes and your socks. And you sigh as you leave this beautiful place, looking back and saying goodbye and thanking them and thanking your creature for the information. And you walk back into your room. And when you get ready, you open your eyes and you stretch a little. I would love to hear from you about that. How was it? How was that, Sherry? Thank you so much. I think I'm out of time. I really appreciate you being here. I'm Lynn Singer. You can find me at lynn-singer.com or lsvoiceworks.com. And we can go from there. I have a present for you, right? Gift, Sherry?
Yes, let me unmute myself. Yeah, sorry, I was just posting. Yes, so thank you, Lynn, for being here. And that was really cool. I'm actually, it made me realize something, that I need to learn how to manage my voice tone if I want to be a meditation teacher. I think, we're all into, help, our voice is our message. And, as we go into Clubhouse, you can change the room by the voice, the tone, the dimension, the dynamics, the anger, whatever comes in, and you can ruin your life by your voice. People don't realize that, I realize that as I'm like hanging out in a club room. But, as a meditation healer and a guide, and I bring people through a meditation journey, I think it would be kind of cool, because I was listening to your voice, how you have a nice tonality, you have a monotone kind of way. And I think we need to understand, when do you raise your tone? When do you lower your tone? When do you expand it, in order to bring people on a journey? Like your voice is really going to bring them somewhere. We have so much power in our voice to bring someone somewhere into another dimension.
It's a healing tool, and I know my voice is a healing tool, but I think that can be true for many, that putting it out. And one of the people that I spoke to today, in my room, she is when she is very inflamed with who she is, her voice comes out fully. So she has experienced it, but she didn't know how to make it happen constantly, right? And so that was our work. That would be our work. Thank you for saying all that, Sherry. And I have been on your Clubhouse, and it's great, by the way. So I am offering a free session, of voice. Okay, and numbers, right? I have to hold up a number, right?
Not yet. They need to put it in the chat.
Okay.
Anybody who hasn't won anything yet, put your number in the chat from 0 to 100. Yeah, you cannot be a practitioner, and you cannot have won any other prizes tonight. Amber, Janeth, Gary, Levi, Rico, Mary. We have about a good half a dozen people right now who haven't won any prizes. Put your numbers in the chat if you'd like to win a prize with her. 0 to 100. 0 to 100. Janeth, Gary, Leviti, Rico, Mary. No, I think Mary might have already won. No? Nancy. Okay. All right, so we got some numbers in the chat. We're going to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to have you put your number up to the chat. Hold your number up, and then coming up next, we have Ricky Brandino. I'm looking at Rico Chirito, and I have a Ricky Brandino. I'm like, my dyslexia is kicking in right now. So Lynn, what is your winning number? Yeah, what is it? 33? 33. So we got Amber. Yay.
Okay.
Amber, congratulations. She's been with us all day. Yay, you won something. Congratulations. So what we want you to do is go to Lynn's room and go exchange information. Right now, I'm going to quickly put Lynn's information. We were missing her room number here. Lynn is room number 49. Guys, follow Lynn to room number 49 right now for any Q&A if you have any additional questions and answers. Coming up next, we have Ricky in the main room.